Hi guys, welcome to this review of this brand new released Hasegawa a-18 AC. I am lying out my teeth. I think these go back a really long time, and I've had this kit a really long time as well. It's all covered in dust. I must have bought this over 10 years ago, I think, and it's been sat in the stash. Why has it been sat in the stash so long? Sort of moving around, and also it's actually one of my prize kits. And it's kind of weird, it's only box plastic, but I really like this jet, and I just never got around to making it. Now, Hasegawa kit, of note, check the box, licensed to Boeing. They must have got one heck of a license deal, because they keep on, this kit's still in production, and you'll see it come out now and again. This is the superior boxing. They do them in many boxes, but when you've got the PT boxes, it's got the extra parts in. And I'm trying to find a date. The date on it's 2010, Hasegawa, yeah, and that might not be the absolute start date of the original boxing, but you know, yeah, I've had this over 10 years myself. So let's have a look inside. Instructions, extras, we'll talk about them a little bit later. The stickers, I think this is the clear parts. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of stuff, and this is all extras. We'll go on the extras in a little bit. Let's go and have a look at the kit and talk about it. Okay, we'll start off with the instructions. Black and white booklet. Hasegawa, a bit of detail on the aircraft. A-18 AC. This is the original Hornet, not the big Rhino. Doesn't really need much of an introduction, but you know, used United States Navy and Marine Corps, and Marine Corps is one of my favourite aircraft subjects. Got the parts tree layout here, basically, and it tells you, I think the shaded parts are bits that you don't need to use or something like that. Probably it tells you somewhere. Paint callouts as well are only Gunzy, Mr. Hobby, and you've got the lacquer colours and the aqueous colours there. Of course, I haven't got all of them, but anyways, we've got the actual names of the colours, so use your own. Everything can work here. Yeah, and actually, as I mentioned, that designates parts not for use, so there must be something in that sprue that we don't need to use. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward, actually. Assemble the cockpit, one step. By step 2, the fuselage, or step 3 rather, the fuselage goes together. Step 4, more fuselage cockpit gets joined, and then the dorsal ventral sections of the fuselage get joined up. The nose is a separate section, also the air intakes, and then yeah, also the engine trunking as well is also separate parts. Got a couple of options here. You can have your slats and flaps installed in different configurations. I think we've got assembly A, assembly B, so you can actually see there's the profile of the wing. So in a landing configuration, slats out, flaps out, or basically in flight. Here is the gear, and this is you know, it's pretty good. They give you again an option as well on if you want to deploy it with the launch bar extended in a carrier launch configuration or otherwise. Attach the landing gear. Attach the gear bay by step 9. By 11, yeah, the exhausts are sort of separate. They just get popped into the back there. The rest of the hook goes on. Build up the HUD. And also this section here behind the cockpit. All the extra details, like all these strengthening ribs, go on. Then you've got, of course, a choice in how you want to display the cockpit, either the canopy rather, up or down. And then here we are. This is typical Hasegawa. As usual, Hasegawa do not provide weaponry within their kits. They expected you to buy their additional weapon kits on top of the massive price you already paid for this model. So all that you get is the fuel tanks and also a sensor pod there. I think it's like a sniper or something like that. I can't remember exactly the configuration of what it is, but that's all you get. No air defense weapons, no air ground weapons. You've just got the pylons, and that's it. You can also display the crew boarding ladder deployed or otherwise. And just tell you here, it actually says as well, it suggests that you combine this model with the abundant weapons from another box of external stores. And at least you've got the mapping of what weapons you can carry on the F-18AC. The markings in this particular version, it's been reboxed many times, are US Navy, 2 versions and 1 USMC. USMC, I really like USMC jets. Better do a video all about that. So that's everything, 16 pages, not too many parts. Well, this is kind of amazing. So, yeah, to do a proper review, open up your bags, and that's what I need to do. After 10 years, let's open this up and see inside. Okay, let's start off. We've got 2 duplicate sprues, so we need to look at one. And got the ejector seat, so we get 2 ejector seats. We've got 2 pilots. We get the external fuel tanks, and we get the pylons as well. And some other detail. Now look at this. This is 2010 Hasegawa. Look at the fine recessed detail on the tanks, on the pylons. Actually throughout the model, as you'll see. The ejector seat's pretty well detailed as well. All the parts are clean, free of flash. There's a lot of manufacturers nowadays who just can't seem to do this. Hello, Airfix. But looks good. This is that sprue M. There must be something on there that we use. We'll work that out during the build one day. Now I found out a few parts have become detached from some of the sprues, probably from moving it around. We've got 3 inside that I look at. Let's have a look at this main one. And of course this is the ventral portion of the fuselage with the moulded in details for the undercarriage, main landing gear and the front landing gear. So this is just one moulding. And it's okay. I mean, it's not going to be as good as some others because obviously the way that you can mould this is going to limit your details. But really, I mean, it's underneath the aircraft, and you know, doesn't look bad at all to me. And now again, just have a look at the nose. Let's just zoom in and just show you this lovely fine panel detail. Yeah, there you go. That's what panel lines should look like. Crisp, clean, and subtle, just right to bring out all that lovely detail. So basically, you know, 10 years ago plus, Hasegawa were doing the right thing, and probably that's why I think this can still be a very popular kit, although there's many others out there now. But certainly I'm glad I've got one. So I'll show you in macro basically all the details. This is sprue F. Have a look at the cockpit. It's got some raised detail. Not fantastic, not like amazing, but it's there. You could work with it. There's the tail again. They've got all the detail on there. All fine line, panel details, rivets. Again, this is what I was talking about the plastic. The plastic is more under higher pressure moulding, so it's flash free, and that is the way that you get all the details. People are going on about this Airfix Vulcan at the moment, which is a total mess because they do low pressure injection, they've got short shots, they've got sink marks, no such thing in this sort of high quality moulding. Flight control surfaces on this sprue. So looking at the, I think this is the lower portion of the wing. Flaps, slats, and the tailerons. Nice big healthy locating plug there for the tailerons. That's what I like to see. flicker over, yeah. Looks great to me. Just show you these came separated from sprue D, but these are obviously the air intakes. And they look pretty healthy as well, pretty good. No seams in there, well, for the first portion of the intake at least. Okay, here's a big piece. It's the upper fuselage, upper wing sections, moulded in one. Note they've got detail inside there where the speed brake is. Again, as I pointed out, the nice, fine detailing. You've actually got some injection points here that need to be shaved off, smoothed down. Protection around that launch rail there. Nice sized aircraft, the smaller a-18. The cowling's integral as well here. Looks really, really great. I think I can see why Hasegawa kits are still popular today, and why shouldn't they be. Here's the clear parts, crystal clear. As usual, of course, we've always got this line here across the canopy that we need to deal with. The profile doesn't really massively bulge out, and I don't know if it does on the real aircraft. I'm assuming it's okay. So that's a clear part tree, looks good again, like really nice and thin as well, the way clear parts should be. Okay, I won't unpack this one, but because it's a PT kit, you get some Photo-etch inside here. Basically the HUD, and also I think these are the shaft dispensers, part of the nose gear detailing, and maybe some canopy type detail. I'm not quite sure, I have to check the instructions, but you do get that within the kit. And this is why the PT kits are sort of quite sought after. You get supplied metal landing gear within the kit. That doesn't look right to me there, but I suppose it's okay. But getting this sort of stuff inside a kit was like a big deal. Needs a bit of cleanup, etc. You know, there's mould lines on it, but yeah, metal landing gear inside a kit, really quite sought after in the day. Okay, final thing's the decals. Now, this is again, just like Tamiya basically, they're too thick. They don't lay down as great as others. These will get scrapped, and I've already got aftermarket decals to look at. But what can we say about this Hasegawa kit? I think it's still popular today, and also I know there's going to be a few fit issues. Well, fit issues, there's going to be some things we need to overcome when we build it, but altogether I am really looking forward to building it. Well, depending on your vote, really. So, guys, that's one to bear in mind. Okay, first aftermarket we'll look at is this from Pavla. I don't even know if they're about anymore. Resin injection seat. Let's have a look at this one. Yep, really, really nice. All the harness moulded on. Hopefully it fits well inside the cockpit. Seems to be in good shape. I think it's going to make a nice little addition to the Hasegawa kit. We've got some cockpit masks, cockpit masks, not even worth mentioning. Now, I don't even know if this is still in production or otherwise. This is the Edward colour etch set from, again, 10 years ago. Let's have a look inside, see what's inside there. Okay, so we've got various photo etch details to add on to the kit. So this is like a double set where you get parts for the exterior of the aircraft, interior, and also the to detail out the cockpit as well. That looks like the big part on here is the part that goes behind the cockpit. And this is really useful, but I think we've already got that on our photo etch. It's the mirrors for within the canopy. Of note, everything is really, really thin here. You know, which parts we're going to use all the big bits, whatever we think, whatever takes our fancy. And here's the goodies, the colour parts. So, yeah, and this is the name. Do they still make the nameplate? on these sets. I mean, this is a really old set. I bet they've stopped doing that now. And this is my favourite upgrade for the kit. This is the Flying Leathernecks Lords and Angels decal set for 2 United States Marine Corps squadrons in Operation Desert Storm. So we've got the Death Angels and we've also got the Warlords, VMFA 451 and 235. Lovely schemes. Got the colour profiles here. Got the Z-Man's aircraft. And we've got, is it 8Q? 8Q for Buckley. That jet there. Notice they've got the, this is the old scheme, yeah, with the canopy underneath. Two-tone as well. These things look really beat up in Desert Storm. Because, you know, they're doing a lot of missions flying out of Bahrain. And that's of course what I want to depict. There's like really nice call-outs and details, even stencil details to add in. Really well researched. I really like well researched decal sets. What I tend to do is, you know, look for operational jets. Then I might buy the book and read all about them, get really into the subject. Let's have a look at the decals themselves. Here's the sheet, and there's the mark of quality, printed by Cartograph, so you know that they're the best you can get. Of note, you get like double of everything, so there's enough to do 2 jets out of this. See, they've also got like this is obviously the low vis, and you've also got that higher vis, darker blue. So we'll carefully choose which one we're going to do. But yeah, I really like these schemes. Hope you guys too. Hope you guys enjoyed this review as well. So this is the Bear, and see you in the next one, because I'm out of here.